Krita, Clip Studio Paint, Photoshop, Google Slides. What do all four of these things have in common? They're programs you can use to make art, albeit some easier than others. Hey, I'm Bloom, part-time artist here, and recently I got the bright idea of drawing some caricatures. So I messaged my friends to give me some random celebrities for inspiration. I remember during my series Thrift Thursdays that art made out of limitations could be more fun. Using mediums you're familiar with can get a bit stagnant sometimes, so the challenge today, drawing them using Google Slides, and this new series we'll call
Will It Art?
So, why Google Slides and not PowerPoint? Well, to be honest with you, I ain't paying for that money. Something that was on old Windows computers for free, I gotta pay a monthly subscription for.
Oh, hell no! That's hell no!
In these trying economic times, as a starving artist, I don't got the funds to be dropping on these apps.
What about us though?
As I was saying, art born from limitations can be pretty fun. Slides isn't just for presentations, it's got a few tools at your disposal for art making as well. For instance, the shape tool allows you to make shapes, lines, squares, dodecagons, you name it. Your paint bucket tool, lock in to paint different colors. Even fill in gradients if you want some values. You've also got your text tool to use for some fun highlights, and Google even gives you stock images to work in some textures to spruce things up a bit. With that, that's basically all 7 art elements right there, no excuses. For the first one, my buddy texted me Chadwick Boseman, and I'm not gonna lie, this was the first trial by fire. I did him kinda dirty. The likeness it leaves a bit to be desired. He's not looking like the Black Panther, he's looking kinda like the Black Panther. I've got his fade going, I got his fro. There's a bit of Chadwick in there. But I think the Mesopotamian said the eyes are the key to the soul. And well, I don't know that I captured his eyes just right. For his ears, I incorporated some stock images. I'm just really trying to make usage of all the tools available to me to get his likeness down. Just really build in and play with the shapes, polygons, quads, triangles, all of the above. I wanted to make his ears visually interesting, so I played with some stock images. I'm giving him a highlight on his nose, just tweaking it till it got to a point where I was content with it. Because it's like they always say, done is better than perfect. Alright, for the next one, my buddy said Taylor Swift. Alright, why not? She just dropped an album not that long ago. She uses really long eyelashes. So I think with caricatures, the thing you're trying to do is find the attributes of their face that are most distinct, and you really want to push them and exaggerate them. I'm just pushing her cheekbones, but like the most distinct thing I found about her was her smile, adding highlights so it really pops for it to be really fun and visually interesting. And the reason I'm working in black and white is so I can practice working with values, and because the colors would really pop. I'm getting her nose down, and it's really just 2 or 3 shapes to get the nose down to where it resembles her. And for her hair, I just tried to just make sure I captured her bangs effectively. And I was actually really pleased with how they turned out. Eventually just settled on making it one just big shape. I wanted to give her some highlights for her hair so it wasn't looking as lifeless. Her ears, I again went crazy with them. I'm playing with drop shadows, I'm playing with shapes, I'm playing with every tool up my sleeve. It looks like an art deco or something out of the 60s. And I'm quite happy with how she turned out. I think Taylor Swift ended up being the best one. And for the last one, we've got my boy Childish Gambino, aka Donald Glover. I was planning on seeing him live in concert and was really mad when he canceled the tour, but turns out he had a hole in his heart and a stroke, so I guess that was a valid reason to cancel. Anyway, I think with 2 shapes I was able to capture the shape of his head. It's a bit round at the top, and then he has a sharp chin. I want to go for the bearded look because that's just more Gambino in my opinion. I was trying to avoid tangent lines to make things look truly intentional. And I had a bit of trouble with his nose because I wanted to capture him in 3/4 view. I'm playing with the text tool as well for the hairs of his mustache. But yeah, the nose gave me a bit of trouble. I spent a real long time on the nose before just moving on. Once I got the cheekbones in, it was a matter of just plotting down where his eyes would be, just capturing that I'm over this expression his face has naturally. I did end up revisiting the eyes, which gave me a lot of trouble because he's looking a little strange. I started with him being green, but I ended up going back to grayscale because I just didn't like how things were looking. Like I said, I wasn't messing with his eyes, so I said I'll just revisit those later because he's not looking like Donald, he's looking like Fabrizio. I need to make sure things was going back on track. So I'm just playing around with his beard, playing around with his chin, and I finally figured out, is it the droopy eyes that really makes his face, And for the longest time, I just couldn't figure out how I wanted to go about rendering his eyes, but something just seems off. I can't put my finger on it. Then I said, maybe I shouldn't have the half circles pointed upwards, I should have them pointed down. So I gave that a shot. In my opinion, that ended up selling it. So what do we learn? Your medium doesn't limit you, only your mindset does. It's not about what you use to make art, it's about how you make the art. So this was a lot of fun. Let me know if you want to see more videos like this. We're on the road to 5 billion subscribers, or 500, whichever comes quicker. So go ahead and subscribe, like the video, all that jazz. I've been Bloom. Deuces.